At Bulldog Burger, we take the burger game to the next level, like the Freshman 15, stacked with panko fried mozzarella. Unleash your appetite.
Tupelo Smiles is a top-notch group. They're very compassionate about what they do. They've given me the smile that I've always wanted. I've been a patient for 15 years and I wouldn't go anywhere else. I just love Tupelo Smiles.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. As always, welcome in to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. I'm meteorologist Maggie McCauley. Hope you have your cup of coffee ready to go as you're headed out the door this morning. It's another great start to your Thursday. Take a look at this over in Winona, tracking nothing but clear skies and ongoing beautiful sunrise. Nothing to obstruct that view either. Temperatures in Winona in the low 50s. So overall, very nice conditions, a lot like we've seen the past few mornings. So as you're headed out the door, you can expect really relatively the same as we started off. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday as well. Maybe a little bit warmer, but overall clear skies and nice conditions out the door. Same story over in Lee County. Look over in Tupelo this morning. Great sunrise ongoing. You can see all of those colors out there. Again, I'm not tracking a cloud in the sky, so you're good to go no matter where you are across North Mississippi. Temperatures in the middle 50s there. Let's take a look across the board where temperatures are. Most of us in the middle 50s, 54 in Houston, 56 in Water Valley, 55 in Grenada, a little bit warmer over in the Delta, 58 in Cleveland, 59 in Greenwood, 52 up in Alcorn County, which is usually our coolest spot on the map. Let's talk about your temperature change over your past 24 hours. So where we're waking up temperature-wise this morning versus yesterday morning, well, around 5 to even up to 8 degrees warmer in some places. So definitely warmer out there to start the day. Will be warmer to end the day as well. Your first 12 hours ahead, temperatures getting near 60 by 8, into the 70s by 11. Nothing but sunshine, though, chalk throughout your day. You can see all those sun icons all the way through sunset. Temperatures in the middle 80s for a majority of your afternoon. So, yes, a little bit warmer out there for your afternoon as well. Getting back into the 70s as we head into that 8 o'clock hour. Here's a look at what's going on. Current satellite and radar nationwide. And as you can tell, it's really a whole lot of nothing. Not tracking much of anything across North Mississippi, across the Twin States, Tennessee as well, Arkansas, very dry and quiet this morning. However, all eyes are on our next system that's way out in places like Colorado and New Mexico. This cold front is what's going to be bringing us cooler conditions and the potential for a few storms in the mix for your weekend ahead. When does it get here? Well, let's talk about the rest of your work week first. Going into your Thursday afternoon, good to go. So if you got any plans, you're good to go today. Going into your Friday, that's when we start to see a little bit more of the consequences of that front in terms of cloud cover, not in terms of rain. So clouds do build in as we head throughout your Friday morning and throughout the Friday, that day ahead. We'll see a little bit more clouds in the forecast, but not expecting any rain as of right now. We'll let you know if that changes. Right now, those Friday night football games look very good to go. Just a few clouds in and out of the area. Going into your Saturday morning, this is at 6:30. Notice where this front is. We're watching it slowly try to push into our area. We're talking about a severe weather risk for Saturday, but it's 6:30 in the morning, and that front is still over in the plains. Yeah, it's looking to become later and later, so we'll talk about what that means for us with the later arrival of this front going into later on the day, or later in the night, I should say, on your Saturday. So storms do return this weekend. However, chances of them becoming severe as of this morning look lower. So that is some good news out there. Coming up next, we'll talk about that overall storm system for your weekend. So if you got any plans, I encourage you to stick around. We'll also talk about how much rain we could see from the system. And as you'll remember, we do need the rain here in North Mississippi. Our latest drought monitor will come out at 7:30, and we'll talk about that then. But coming up next, we'll talk about rain totals and a full look at your 7-day forecast.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning as always. Thanks for joining back with us here in the Room to Room Weather Center. Thanks for starting off your Thursday with the Mississippi Live Weather. I want to show you some live looks outside before we get into the overall forecast. If you haven't stepped out the door this morning, another great start out there to your Thursday. This is a look over in Panola County, Batesville, Mississippi. Beautiful ongoing conditions. Temperatures in the low 50s there, so still a cool start out there to your Thursday morning. Live look over in Lafayette County, still looking dark. This camera might be a little frozen, or yeah, that's what I'm going to assume it is, because it's not that dark out there. But still, Lafayette County, you're looking good this morning, even though that camera isn't. As for your airport delays out the door this morning, maybe you're headed on a flight, an early weekend flight. All of our international airports looking good to go across the nation this morning, from Memphis International over into Denver, LAX as well, and then all the way up into our northeast portion of the nation as well. And I know we had some issues the last few mornings with Boston and LaGuardia, but I am not tracking anything this morning. So that's some good news if you know anybody coming in and out of the area through all of those international airports. If you're sticking here in North Mississippi, we're going to be seeing a warmer day ahead. Temperatures in the middle 60s by 9, 70s by 10, upper 70s by 11. Plentiful sunshine throughout your day ahead. Just warmer nonetheless. A lot of us in the middle to even upper 80s this afternoon. A lot of us in the middle 80s, but further on into the Delta, wouldn't be surprised if they get right back in the upper 80s like they were yesterday. So another day full of sunshine, just a few degrees warmer out there for your afternoon. Let's talk about your high school game of the week out there for Friday, looking to be another warm day ahead with temperatures reaching the middle 80s. But by the time you head to those pre-game festivities, temperatures will be in the low 80s. So still a warmer Friday night out there for you. Temperatures will begin to drop by halftime into those middle 70s and then into the upper 60s, near 70 degrees as you're headed home from all of those games. But the only thing I think we're going to be dealing with for Friday night is just some cloud cover. You can see those rain chances ahead, not a nothing for Friday. The story does change as we head into our weekend. We've been talking about it. Again, about a 40% chance out there for Saturday. We're really watching more high-res data to come in to begin to change that. But I think the majority of rainfall on Saturday will actually happen well after sunset into the overnight hours. So I would not be canceling your plans for Saturday as of right now. A few of those showers could linger into Sunday morning. So again, I think we're going to be really adjusting this Saturday and Sunday weekend forecast as we get over the next 24 hours. So I encourage you, if you got any plans, you're trying to plan for something, continue to come back and we'll continue to hone in on that forecast. But rain does look to come in full force overnight Saturday into your early Sunday morning. Dry out for a majority of your day on Sunday, and then a few more showers out there on Tuesday as well. That's the main 2 days we're going to be watching. As I said, there is a severe weather risk out there for your Saturday. Here's the good news. This put out yesterday at the Storm Prediction Center, really last night into this morning. Out there for your Saturday, we're really looking at stronger storms mainly being off to our west. Now, yesterday we saw this level 2 threat extended into our area. Today, they have pushed it back. So you kind of see this tug of war happen with the Storm Prediction Center as models come in and out and become more consistent. You'll see them adjust it. 3 days out, we can expect it to be a little bit more consistent going day in and day out with all of the updates. Now, as I said, those strong storms more likely in portions of the state of Arkansas into northern Louisiana. Here in North Mississippi, though, a lot of us still under that level 1 out of 5 extended into our area, and really that level 2 out of 5 just right across the Mississippi River. So we're still watching it. We're still watching the system come in. The good news is the timing, the overall timing of it has been pushed later and later, and the later it's pushed, the better it looks for us. So that's some good news. Overall, the system looks to become later, and the fuel will be off to the west when it does come. So take a look at this. I know this is a big map. What's going on? It's looking at your jet stream and your fuel. So that dip in the jet stream causing that low pressure system and that extended cold front to come into our area. And then that fuel is what we need for those storms that come in to become severe. You can see it's Saturday at 8 p.m. Where is that really orangish color? It's not here in North Mississippi. It's over in portions of the state of Arkansas into northern Louisiana. So that means the majority of those severe storms, I think, is going to be sitting off to our west, and we just look to see some rain out of this system. How much rain, though, is the question. Forecasted rainfall over your next 5 days. I think some of us could see around an inch. Now, who sees the greater of that really looks to be to our north. So the further north you are, northwest Mississippi, northern Mississippi, closer to the Tennessee state line, looking to see more than the rest of us. The further south that you go, the more likely you're likely to see more of maybe a half of an inch. So that's a look at your forecasted rainfall from that system. Let's talk about your 7-day forecast. Middle 80s today and tomorrow. We'll take it to the upper 80s around the board on Saturday. Again, that cold front comes through late Saturday night to your Sunday morning, causing a tale of way two different stories for Saturday and Sunday. Look at that. Saturday, upper 80s, Sunday, middle 70s. So two well different stories. Do not expect the same conditions out there from Saturday to Sunday. Going into your new work week ahead, temperatures do stick in the 70s for Monday. We'll see more rain chances out there for your Tuesday, knocking temperatures back even more. So 70s, looking to stay a little bit more consistent in the forecast. Thankful for us over your next work week ahead. As you know, Matt is in the land down under, and we have a new update from him this morning. So here's our chief meteorologist, Matt Laupon.
Well, hello, here from the aquarium in Cairns. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Laupon, and we are kind of checking out some of the aquatic life. Cairns, located very near kind of the entryway to the Great Barrier Reef. We've been learning about coral, of course, which is a large part of what makes up the reef. Big saltwater tank here. We've talked a lot about the different type of aquatic life, in particular sharks and rays and things like that. I want to show you one of the big stingrays here. You can see, you do not get a sense of how big that is, but certainly that guy, one of the many things that you can kind of check out here. I'm actually going to take you in a tunnel where it's kind of all around you. You know, the biodiversity, of course, of the Great Barrier Reef is significant. If we don't get to go there yet, I think we'll be checking that out a day after tomorrow before we go there. You know, it's kind of a rainforest area, so there's a lot of interactions between the fresh water and the salt water and how all that ends up going. But yeah, it's been really cool to kind of see and talk with folks about just how that worked. Again, appreciate the good folks at MLM for sponsoring us here as we go on our Wonders of Australia tour here, as I kind of wrap up our look at all of the aquatic wildlife here at the Cairns Aquarium. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Laupon from Mississippi Live Weather.
As always, love to see those updates from Matt and him getting to see all of that cool wildlife in Australia. I know Brenda said stay away from the big bugs. I've thought about that too. The bugs, the spiders, and the snakes. Haven't seen any of that from Matt, so that's some good news. I think he's having a really good time out there. And thanks as always to MLM Clothiers for sponsoring his videos so that we can see all of his adventures out there in Australia. As always, I'll be back one more time this morning in about 15 minutes at 7:30 to bring you the latest, everything you need to know to get you out the door this morning. So make sure to tune right back in with us.